Yeah. Somebody standing at the edge of town, holding a sign while the world looks down, saying, I'm hungry, I'm hurting, I'm barely getting by. And the people keep walking with their heads held high. We build up walls and we draw our lines, call some people worthy and leave others behind. Then we tell ourselves that's just the way things are, while somebody's praying underneath the same stars. They say that's just the way it is, but that's not the way it has to be. If love can open prison doors, if grace can set a captive free, then we can change what we've accepted. We can heal what history broke. We can stand where others stumble. We can give the hopeless hope. They say that's just the way it is. I say that's the way it shouldn't be. A mother waits for justice that never comes. A father whispers prayers while the courtroom drums. Another name gets added to a list on the wall. Another family wonders why nobody called. We say thoughts and prayers, then we turn away, as if words alone can make the darkness obey. But faith was never meant to sit quietly in a pew. If we say we love our neighbor, we got something to do. They say that's just the way it is, but that's not the way it has to be. If love can open prison doors, if grace can set a captive free, then we can change what we've accepted. We can heal what history broke. We can stand where others stumble. We can give the hopeless hope. They say that's just the way it is. I say that's the way it shouldn't be. Yeah, there are children learning what hunger means, while billion-dollar buildings shine in the streets. There are people sleeping underneath the rain, while somebody profits from somebody's pain. And somewhere a preacher is counting his crowd, talking about Jesus while chasing applause. But Jesus walked toward the broken and poor. He didn't build a throne, he opened the door. They say that's just the way it is, but that's not the way it has to be. If love can open prison doors, if grace can set a captive free, then we can change what we've accepted. We can heal what history broke. We can stand where others stumble. We can give the hopeless hope. They say that's just the way it is. I say that's the way it shouldn't be. There are colors and borders and names we defend, reasons we use to decide who's a friend. We keep finding ways to divide and condemn, then wonder why the world keeps breaking again. What if the stranger is somebody's son? What if the battle is already won? When we choose mercy instead of our pride, and stand with the wounded instead of the side. I've learned that silence can speak pretty loud, especially when injustice is hiding in crowds. You don't have to shout, you don't have to fight, but you can call something wrong and refuse to shine light. Sometimes courage is simply saying no. This isn't the world that I want my children to know. And sometimes the smallest act of love is exactly what heaven is waiting on us to become. They say that's just the way it is, but that's not the way it has to be. If love can open prison doors, if grace can set a captive free, then we can change what we've accepted. We can heal what history broke. We can stand where others stumble. We can give the hopeless hope. They say that's just the way it is. I say, yeah, that's the way it shouldn't be. Maybe we're not here to change the whole world. Maybe we're here to change the world we touch. One hand reaching, one voice speaking, one broken heart believing it's enough. One meal, one prayer, one open door, one I see you to the forgotten on the floor. Change doesn't always come like thunder from above. Sometimes it starts with an ordinary act of love. They say that's just the way it is, but heaven says there's more to see. There is mercy for the guilty, there is freedom for the weak, there is healing for the wounded, there is justice still to seek. And if we have the courage to become what we believe, we can change what we've inherited. We can plant a different seed. They say that's just the way it is. No, that's not the way it has to be. So don't tell me that's just the way it is. Don't tell me nothing ever changes. The world has always had its darkness. The darkness never stopped the faithful. So love somebody they told you to hate. Forgive somebody they said didn't deserve grace. Stand beside the lonely, speak up for the weak, because someday they'll ask us what we did when we saw the need. And I don't wanna say that's just the way it was. I wanna say we saw the way it was and we chose to change it. Duh, duh, duh.